Hey everybody, I'm Josh from WPSculptor.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use a social media plugin with WordPress. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and comment below, and I would really appreciate it. Okay, so this plugin has two main roles: social sharing and social following. Social following would be like I have here in the sidebar widget, where you can link all of your social media pages to these icons, and users can click on the icon and be directed to your particular social media page and choose to follow you. And then also social sharing, which on each one of these blog posts, at the bottom of the content of the post, you have these sharing icons. So when users click on these, Facebook for example, they would be able to quickly and easily share the contents of that post, and it automatically generates the URL for you, and they would just share the link and it would show up on their feed for all their followers to see. So two great things. Another thing about this plugin that makes it really well done, in my opinion, is that it's what's called a lightweight plugin, and this just means that the code is pretty simple, so it's not going to bog down your WordPress site and make pages load slower or anything like that. So let's just jump right into it. The first thing you're going to do is log into the back end of your WordPress website by going to whatever your domain name is, quickblogcreation.com in my case, and then /wp-admin, and go ahead and log in with your credentials. Okay, once you're logged in, go to plugins and then click on add new, and you're going to search for social media feather. Click on search plugins, and it's going to be this top one here. Now if you click on details, it'll tell you some information about the plugin. It's been downloaded nearly 38,000 times, so it's pretty popular, and then out of 32 ratings it gets 4.5 stars, or actually even a little better than 4.5 stars, which is excellent. And that basically just lets you know that this plugin should function properly. So click on install now, and it should just take a second. Once the plugin is successfully installed, click on activate the plugin, or activate plugin. And the first thing I want to do is show you that you now have a couple of new widget options. If you go to Appearance, Widgets, you'll see you have this Social Media Feather Follow Us widget, and you have the Social Media Feather Sharing widget. And I want to show you how to use the Follow Us widget. Click on that and drag it over to your sidebar, and click on Save. And if you open up your website in a new tab, you'll notice at the bottom of your sidebar you have these Follow Us options. And by default, all of them are enabled, and you can specify which one of these you want to show and which ones you don't want to show. And one thing I want to point out is currently, since we haven't specified our social media pages, they don't know where to send us. So when users click on these, they're going to take you to a broken page, basically. So to specify your page or your social media pages, you're going to go back to the back end of your website and go to Settings and click on Social Media. Now this is a new Settings tab that is now there because we've installed this plugin. Scroll down, and you'll see that you have options for each one of the different social media platforms. You've got these Facebook options, same options for Twitter, Google+, Reddit, Pinterest, etc. And the top option for each platform is where we decide if we want to display it or not. So for Facebook, we have it set to share and follow, and we're focused on the following component right now, but when we get to share, it'll show up for sharing as well. Twitter, follow and share. Google+, we want to allow following and sharing. And then for Reddit, let's go ahead and turn that off. So we're going to select none. For Pinterest, we're going to just keep that to share. We could set that to share and follow, or just follow, but we'll keep that to just share right now. LinkedIn, share and follow. Let's turn the mail service off. Let's turn the RSS off. And we'll keep YouTube up there. And to add in our URLs for these different media platforms, what you would do, we'll demonstrate it for Facebook. You would go to your Facebook page, and I'm just going to use my personal Facebook page. Whatever your Facebook page is, you would copy the URL, and you would go back in, and next to Facebook follow link, you would paste that link in. And then we're going to scroll down and save changes. And then you would do the same thing for all the other ones you wanted to use. If you have a YouTube channel, you would go to your YouTube channel page, copy and paste that URL and paste it in next to YouTube, follow link, and the same for all the others. Now if we go back to our blog or your website and refresh the page, you'll notice that a couple of things changed. The RSS and the email is no longer up there. And now when you click on Facebook, since we've added in our URL, it takes the user to the URL that you specified. And then a couple of other things I want to point out real quick. You can remove this link to the Social Media Feather website, and you can also change the size of these icons and how much space is in between them. And to do that, just go back to your Social Media Feather settings, scroll down, and right here under icon size you can select from several options. I like the 24 by 24, and then for icon spacing the default is 5 pixels, but let's just say 15 pixels. And then while we're here, I want to show you, if you'd like, you can purchase some upgrade options that look pretty cool, where you could get these hover effects to where it would display as a gray icon, but when you hover over it, it would turn to its actual color. And then the extra skin effects you can purchase here. This is where you would do that. But anyway, to get these icon sizes and the spacing to save, go down to the bottom, save changes, go back up to your website or blog, refresh the page, and now you have smaller icons with space in between them. And then to remove this, the feather icon, you would go back to your Social Media Feather settings and uncheck show credit. Then go down to the bottom and save changes. And then refresh the page. And now the credit has been removed. Now I'm going to show you how to use the social sharing functionality of the plugin. But first I want to just demonstrate with this particular theme that I'm using. It's called the Humix theme. By default, the social sharing icons are already at the bottom of each individual post page by default, and they are a little different. But a lot of themes do not come with this sort of functionality, so I'm going to disable this by going to the Humix settings, post styling, disable this. Don't worry about this if you're not using the Humix theme. Okay, now if you go back to the blog, now we've got it set up without anything. So to add the sharing functionality with the Social Media Feather plugin, you're going to go back to the Social Media Feather settings, and right here at the top under automatic display next to display sharing buttons, check that box, and you'll see here by default post is selected. That's what we want. And if you wanted the sharing options to appear beneath each post and each page, you could hold down Shift and select that, and then it'll select both. But we're just going to do post because I'm going to show you how to do individual pages later if you want specific pages to have the sharing options. But we want all the posts to have the sharing options, so we're going to select that, go down to the bottom, and select Save Changes. And then if we go back up and refresh this post page, we now have our social media sharing icons. And what's really cool about this also is you don't have to specify URLs. By default, it's automatically generated a URL, so when you click on any of these, it'll have you log in if you're not logged in. I'm logged into Facebook, so click on it, and it's going to, by default, the URL is a special code. It's going to know to share that specific blog post. So it's sharing the Vienna trip, and I clicked on Facebook. Since I'm already logged in, I could just click share link, and it'll post to my Facebook page in my Facebook feed a link to this blog post. Now, just to reiterate, you can control which social media platforms show up under the sharing by going back to your social media feather settings, and under each set for Facebook, for example, if we wanted to turn off the sharing but keep on the following link so that our sidebar widget displays the following link, but we don't have that Facebook icon under share, we could turn this option just to follow. And just to demonstrate this, save the change, go back, and the Facebook icon will disappear right here. But there's really no sense in doing that, since we want to enable people to share on whatever platform they feel most comfortable with. So we're going to keep it to share and follow. And also, if you wanted to add text, for example, if we wanted to say above the icons have just some text that said share this and a colon, we could do a little tiny bit of HTML code right here. I want it to be bold, so I'm just going to do the bold HTML tag, which is the strong tag, and then I'm going to say share this, capitalize this, colon, and then I'm going to do a closing strong tag. And then, well, just to show you what this will do with just that, we've got an opening strong and a closing strong, so it's going to put what's in between it, which is share this colon, make it bold. Just save that, and you get this. That obviously doesn't look very attractive, so we're going to add a break tag into our little HTML code. Just like that. Go back down, save changes, and now there's going to be a nice break between the two, just like that. Okay, the last thing I want to show you how to do with this plugin is how to use shortcodes to place the sharing feature on any post or page of your choosing. We're going to, since we have it set to automatically put the sharing links at the end of each post, I'm going to show you how to do it on a specific page. So go back to your back end, and if you go to plugins and then click on editor, then we're going to go over here and change this to social media feather and hit select. Go all the way to the bottom and you'll see the readme text, and this is going to be basically the directions, if you will. And if you scroll down, you'll see the shortcodes. It gives you a list of shortcodes, and this top one will create the list of social sharing buttons. So we're just going to copy that. You don't need, well, you do need the brackets on each side. So copy, and then we're going to go to our pages, and I'm just going to go to our video page, click on that, and then I'm going to switch to the text editor. And I'm going to drop down a line, and I'm just going to paste that in there, that shortcode, just like that. And now I'm going to update that page. Now when you go back to our website and we go back to our our video page, you'll see that we have these social sharing icons, and I just want to add a little bit of space in there. So I'm going to add see if that works. There we go. And if I wanted to say share this like we did earlier, I could do the same thing. And add another break. Just remember, you have to be in the text editor to use HTML, not the visual. Update, refresh the page, and there you have it. And just to point out, the other pages do not have that sharing feature. Alright, that wraps it up. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. And also, there's a link in the description to a full-length video tutorial on setting up a blog with WordPress with the Humix theme. So I hope you enjoyed, and take care. Thank you so much.